All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
To begin, we want to give all praises and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Rakakodash.
Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and salutation to the sincere Akim pushing his truth and all true sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth, the Jalit. To you we say Shalom. All right, we're the brothers from GMS Miami, and we come back with another lesson. And in this lesson, we're basically going to be speaking about how the Lord, the Lord is a balanced God, the Lord is a just God, and the Lord deals with balance. Okay, the Lord deals with balance, man. Okay, the Lord is like dealing with a scale, man. The Lord wants it to be equal. Okay, that's the power that we serve, man. The power that we serve deals with balance. All right, you got the ups, you got the downs. You got a time for this, you got a time for that. Okay. You can, don't do too much of this, it's not, don't do too much of that, and etc. Okay, so that's basically what we're going to be going into, and those words lessons be edifying to the elect. This is Proverbs 11:1. A false balance is an abomination to the Lord Yahweh, but a just weight is his delight. All right, man, so a false balance is an abomination to the Lord. All right, showing you that what? The Lord deals with balance, man. All right. If it's a false balance, it's an abomination to the Lord, man. The Lord isn't dealing with it. Okay? And throughout the scriptures, you realize and you see, all right, that the Lord deals with balance, man. The Lord is a God of balance, man. All right? I made Ecclesiastes 3.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, no, I'm going to grab 1 Samuel 2. This is 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 6. The Lord Yahweh killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. The Lord Yahweh maketh poor and maketh rich. He bringeth low and lifteth up. So the Lord is a balanced God, man. All right. The Lord kill, he make alive, man. All right. He bring down to the grave. He bringeth up. All right. It also says he maketh poor and rich and maketh rich. He bringeth low and lifteth up, man. So the Lord is a balanced God, man. Okay? The Lord is a balanced God, man. You want to say something, bro?
You got it, bro.
Come, man. So yeah, once again, the Lord is a balanced God. All right, the Lord knows. the Lord will, do this and do that. All right, and then do something after that, man. All right. Hey, the Lord brings us up sometimes. The Lord brings us low. All right. To what? To keep us humble. And also, it's a balance. You can't be up all the time.
No.
You can't, man.
The scripture said, "Just man fall 7 times."
That's right.
So.
Scripture says it's a time and season for everything. It's a time to mourn, a time to laugh.
Oh, I got that right here.
Come on.
But you got more?
No, that's it.
It's Ecclesiastes chapter 1, chapter 3, verse 1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven.
Mm-hmm.
A time to be born, and a time to die, which is balance.
Right.
A time to plant, and a time to pluck up that which is planted.
Balance.
A time to kill, and a time to heal. Mm-hmm. A time to break down, and a time to build up. Right. Even when you scrape your skin, right, it turns into a scab. Right. It gets a healing process. Mm-hmm. So it's not gonna always look like a scab.
Right.
I mean, it's not gonna always look like a scab or a cut. Mm-hmm. Your wound is soon gonna be healed. That's balance.
Right. Yep.
Right. So
when you're sick.
Yep. Yep. That's right, bro. Mm-hmm. This is all balance, man. The Most High he deals with balance, and the people in this world, they don't know the Heavenly Father, how he operate.
Right.
They don't know his ways. Well, the scriptures say, my ways are not your ways, my thoughts not your thoughts.
Right.
So, Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 4, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. Even when Yahushua, he prayed, sometimes he went to the mountains to pray. Sometimes he was alone. He wasn't always around his disciples. That's balance. Verse 6, a time to get and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to cast away, A time to rend and a time to sue, a time to keep silence and a time to speak. Right now we're in a time of speaking.
That's right.
Speaking the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right, preaching this gospel.
Yeah.
Okay, it says verse 8, a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. Right now we're not in a time of peace.
Right.
We're in a time of war right now.
That's right.
Okay, World War III is on the scene, is on the rise.
That's right.
Okay.
The devil coming down with great wrath.
Yep.
You know, in a time of war.
Yeah, verse 3 says a time to break down. Right now we chanting out Babylon the Great through the Spirit.
That's right.
Start with the apostles of Great Millstone, the elders on down. Okay, this word is consuming sleazy E. You know,
Right.
America, Babylon the Great's being broken down by the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai.
That's right.
So when it's time to speak, you know.
That's right. See, I got Psalms 75.
Mm-hmm.
This is Psalms 75. All right. Psalm 75 in verse 4. I'll start at 4. I said unto the fools, deal not foolishly, and to the wicked lift not up the horn. Lift not up your horn on high, speak not with a stiff neck. For promotion cometh neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south. But the Most High is the judge, he putteth down one and setteth up another. So that's balance. Alright? Hey, the Lord put up sleazy E, and the Lord gonna take down sleazy E and put up the profit and set up the profitable one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, which is our Lord Yahweh Shai. Okay, A is balance, man. Okay, A, the wicked ruled. Now it's time for the righteous to rule. It's balance, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Shit. Well, didn't we just get done reading? Where we just reading First Chronicles? You know, we reading Second Chronicles. Well, you had good kings and you had bad kings. Balance.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Lord always dealing with balance. Always, always.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
You got the greater light, you got the lesser light.
Right.
The sun, the
Right.
moon.
Yep.
You know, you have different kingdoms were in power at one point, like the Syrians, the Babylonians, the Medes, the Persians, the Greeks, Romans, but the Lord brought them down, the Egyptians. Okay, he's the one that ruled in the kingdom of men.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. He set up one and put up down one and set up another.
Right.
This is the God of Jacob here, the omnipotent one, man. The all-powerful one is doing all this.
That's right.
You got it, bro.
Verse 8, for in the hand of the Lord Yahweh there is a cup, and the wine is red. It is full of mixture, and poureth out of the same, and the dregs thereof. All the wicked of the earth shall wring him them out and drink them.
Well, the cup of slavery.
It made me think about Jeremiah 49 and 12. It wasn't. We wasn't supposed to drink of that cup, but we did, and surely you shall drink it. All right, the wicked.
Right.
Know, that's balance.
Yeah.
We drank the cup. Went into slavery. Now it's time for us to rule. Esau, he ruled. Back to back, back to back. Now it's time for him to drink of the cup. The Lord is just, man.
There's more than that, right?
Come. 9. I will declare forever, I will sing praise to the God of Jacob. All the horns of the wicked also will I cut off, but the horns of the righteous shall be exalted.
So the power of the wicked, the Lord going to cut off.
Right.
But the power of the righteous is going to be in the kingdom ruling.
Right.
Balance, man.
Balance, that's right.
To know good and evil.
Right.
Balance.
Mm-hmm.
You have light, darkness. What's that, Isaiah 45?
Come.
You got something, brother?
Gosh, no, you got it.
This is Isaiah chapter 45. I'm going to start at verse 5. I am Yahweh, there is none else. There is no God beside me. I girded thee, though thou hast not known me, that they may know from the rising of the sun and from the west that there is none beside me. I am Yahweh, there is none else. Yeah, he's the only true living power. His name is Yahweh. All right, the true living power. Okay, the God of Jacob. it says what? I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, Yahweh, do all these things. That's plain. You see evil in the city? Who controlled that? Who knew about that before it happened? The Heavenly Father. Okay.
That's it. That Amos 3. You know, if a trumpet be blown in the city, people be not afraid. You know, shall it be evil in the city, and the Most High have not done it? You know. But I got something right quick. This is Sirach, chapter 11, verse 14. It says, prosperity and adversity, life and death, poverty and riches come up the Lord. All right, so all those things come up the Lord, man. All right, those different things. All right, and another thing as well, you know, the Lord can make you, the Lord can, the Lord bring life, and then the Lord bring death. You know, the Lord, you know, you could be in poverty, and the Lord make you rich, because the scripture says it's an easy thing for the Lord to make a poor man rich, man. All right. So all those different things come with the Lord, man. And all those things come with the Lord, and also they come up from the Lord. And another thing too, dealing with those different things, the Lord dealing with man, the Lord give it to man, but it's balanced with it as well, man. You know, it's balanced with it as well.
You got something?
That's it. That's what I want to bring that precept up.
Bring it out.
I
don't have the precepts.
Okay, good. Yeah. So,
you good, bro.
We bring out Deuteronomy chapter 32.
I should have wrote it down.
That's
because it's in the phone, so it's all yeah.
Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 39.
Yeah.
See now that I, even I, am He, and there is no God with me. I cannot make alive. I wound, and I heal. There is, it's like neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand.
He controls everything.
Right.
He controls all. He's omnipotent, all powerful.
That's right.
What is his name? Yahweh.
That's right.
Bahasham Yahushai. Yahushai is the name of the only begotten Son who died on the cross. For the nation of Israel, start with the elect. Okay. He's a man of war. The scripture says he's a man of war.
Yep. Yeah.
You see?
Right.
Well, hey, you can look at it on this level. Back in the days, you know, in these days, during these times, men were mighty, valiant men. Esau trying to what? Emasculate men. You see? He's trying to emasculate them. You see men being what? Effeminate, acting effeminate, acting like a woman. You know? You got a male and female. Balance. So a male and a male together, that's abominable.
That's a false balance.
That's a false balance.
A woman with a woman, that's a false balance. You know.
Hey, you got something?
Yeah, I got a good set against evil.
Come on.
It's Sirach 33 verse 14. Good is sin against evil, and life against death. So is the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly. So look upon all the works of the Most High, and there are two and two, one against another. You got it.
You got it, bro.
So hey, man, that's balance, man.
Yep.
All right, that's balance right there, man. Good is set against evil, life against death. All right. Godly against the sinner against the godly. That's balance, man. All right, that's balance, man. Okay.
Yep.
Where's hold on, where is that? That's.
If you want me to get a precept for you, I got you.
Where is it? Sirach 33. You know, since we Sirach 33 and 19. You know, since we talking about the balance, you know.
Verse 9?
No, 19. Sirach 31 and 19.
31? It's Sirach chapter 31, verse 19. And very little is sufficient for a man well nurtured. He fetcheth not his wind short upon his bed. A very little was sufficient for a man well nurtured.
Right.
And he fetching out his wind short upon his bed. You know, eating, when you eat, it's best to eat moderate,
right,
you know.
Moderate, right.
Verse 20, sound sleep cometh to moderate eating. He riseth early, and his wits, his mind, are with him, but the pain of watching and choler and pains of the belly are with an unsatiable man. So, if you eat moderate, you're gonna be able to have a sound sleep.
Right.
You're not gonna breathe heavy and lose your breath and stuff like that. But that's moderate eating. But people nowadays they gluttonous.
Right.
They just eat till they throw up or till they be obese.
Right.
What's that show? My 600-pound life.
Right, 600-pound life. Right.
Through.
Right.
I seen. You about to say something?
Now it's shit. People like that, they short of breath and they sleep and they wake up choking.
You can hear them.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
That's coming from bloat.
Right.
You know?
You want to say something, Salaki?
Nah, bro. I was gonna just read this. It said
21.
I'm gonna read verse 20 again. Sound sleep cometh to moderate eating. So we have to be moderate, right?
Right. Eating.
He rises early. A lot of people eat and they sleep to the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the scripture say don't be a sluggard. The scripture says to labor.
People, Jake will eat a big portion of food and with get nigga-itis.
Yeah.
Sleep for hours.
That's we all guilty of that.
Right. But going back to balance, because we're not perfect, man.
That's right.
What you got?
The scripture say seek the old paths and
Right.
where's the good way?
Right.
Walk therein. This is the good way. Learning about our diet, how to operate in the world.
Right.
This is the good way. This is instructions, man.
That's right.
This Holy Bible. And it says, verse 21. It says, verse 20. Look at the word unsatiable. Verse 20. Sound sleep cometh of moderate eating. He riseth early, and his wits are with him. But the pain of watching and choler and pangs of the belly are with an unsatiable man, like an unsatisfied man.
Unsatiable meaning not able to be satisfied. Yeah, not able to be satisfied.
Yep. It says, and if thou hast been forced to eat, arise, go forth, vomit, and thou shalt have rest. Right? Eat too much, you're gonna feel sick, feel bloated, and so the best to throw up, throw it up.
Right.
So you can find some ease within your body.
Right. Stomach probably hurting, turning. Shit. Hey, I got the bottom of it. We talked about eating. Now let's talk about drinking. This is Sirach 31 verse 27. Wine is as good as life to a man, if it is drunk moderately. There goes that word moderate. Moderate again. All right. What life is then to a man that is without wine? For it was made to make man glad. Which, back then, wine made man glad. And even though we got this wine, this wine is tainted. They add all type of things into it. It still makes you glad to a certain extent. But the wine back then was way better. But going back to the point, you gotta drink it moderately. All right, wine and also liquor too. You gotta drink it moderately, man. Don't overdo it.
Because if you overdo it, it's bad for your liver.
Right.
So it's all about balance.
Right.
Being able to examine yourself and examine the scene, examine the situation.
Hey, shit. Hey, aren't we the temple of the Most High, right? We're the temple of the Most High. Hey, with the lively stones. So we gotta take care of our bodies. You know, drinking. You know, we gotta take care of our bodies. And another thing too, you know, we gotta take care of ourselves so we can be productive in the Word, man. You know, if you eating too much junk, and etc., what are you most likely gonna be doing? You're gonna be lazy. You're gonna be in your bed. So, and that's not gonna. You're not gonna be productive. You're not gonna be pushing out the lessons. You're not gonna be reading. You're not gonna be watching your videos, etc. You know, if you drink too much, shit, the next day, well, that day you just drunk, you just enjoying yourself. Then the next day you wake up with a hangover, and your whole day you just in bed. You know, regretting that you drunk so much the day before.
And we, once again, we talking to ourselves first and foremost.
Right, we talking to ourselves first and foremost.
And we're guilty.
Right.
You know, we are guilty.
Right. None of us are perfect. You know?
We fall short.
That's right. Verse 28, going back to Sirach 31, verse 28. Wine measurably drunk and in season bringing gladness of the heart and cheerfulness of the mind.
In season.
In season.
Is it season? You know.
Right.
Is it season for you?
You gotta be able to discern. You gotta use your wisdom. Verse 29. But wine drunken with excess, making bitterness of the mind, with brawling and quarreling.
Fighting and stuff, man. This person's so drunk. He at the bar. He's loud, boisterous.
Right.
You know, talking madness just through till he offend.
Right.
About to swing on somebody and somebody knocked him out. Right. Out on the floor. Head busted open.
Yeah.
You got it.
Drunkenness increaseth the rage of a fool till he offend. It diminisheth strength and maketh wounds. Rebuke not thy neighbor at the wine, and despise him not in his mirth. Give him no despiteful words, and press not upon him with urging him to drink.
It's best to rebuke your neighbor when your neighbor's sober.
Right.
You know, where his wits are with him.
Right. Another thing too, it says, urging him to drink. You know, don't force a man to drink. You know, don't force a man to drink. Man, you know, you ask a man to drink. You know, he say no. You know, you gotta understand. You know,
because he said no because maybe he don't drink like that, or maybe it's not in season right. for him to drink. So we shouldn't press upon nobody to drink, you know? Especially if a brother already been drinking and he look like he threw in the sense of like, you know, sleeping or you know in his mirth, you know. Oh, you drink, brother, drink. No, we don't supposed to do that. Everybody got their own spirit, you know.
The last one, Ecclesiastes 5:12.
Come on.
Is Ecclesiastes 5:12. The sleep of a laboring man is sweet, whether he eat little or much. You know, going back to what we brought out about the food. And the abundance of the rich will not suffer him to sleep. So a laboring man, the sleep of a laboring man is sweet. You know, because you're a working man. So, you know, when you get that sleep, you know, when you get that sleep, it's sweet, man. All right. Whether you eat little or much, all right. But the abundance of the rich will not suffer him to sleep, man. You know, so yeah, man. You know, hey, the Lord is a just God, and the Lord deals with balance, man.
That's right. So with that, you got more?
That's it.
All praises to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well, teach well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect of Israel. To you we say Shalom.
Shalom.